Welcome gamers and tech enthusiasts to an exciting repair that is about to unfold. We will dive into the repair of the PS3 Super Slim, unveiling the mystery behind a troublesome PWM chip that had our PS3 console on the brink of despair. PS3 Super Slim refuses to wake up. It is a frustration we have all felt. But we are not, because today we are taking charge of the situation. The source of our problem emerged a misbehaving PWM chip. Now the term PWM chip might sound like technical gibberish, but it is an essential chip that ensures power regulations. When it is faulty, the whole system goes away. Imagine this: you power up your trusty console, but instead of the anticipation hum of life, there is silence. I am about to decipher the puzzle. The first step in our quest for understanding is to diagnose the problem. Start with the detailed examination of the FETs. I am checking if the gates of the FETs are shorting. Nothing is short circuited here, but I must verify it with the multimeter. Using it for checking the FETs gates is more reliable. Let's start with the 12-volt power connector. This is great. There are no signs of shortage in it. Fine. Fine. The drain and source pins appears to be in good condition. Here are the CPU power FETs. No short. The drain and source pins appears to be fine. It is necessary to clean the area since nothing was found. Here now it is clean underneath these chips. I have finally been able to understand what's going on under these chips. Let's start the check again. I will now test it along with all its accessories. Should I insert the HDD? Yes, and start. Wow, it seems to be staying on this time, and it is still keeping itself on. The system has shut down due to the overheating, so let's give it another shot. It is still awakened. I understand. I'm experiencing the same issue once more. This is more than a puzzle. I have to check it in detail. Can I get the clock signal on the south bridge chip? There is no clock signal present. It seems like there may be an issue with the. It is important to ensure that all necessary components are receiving proper power in order for the system to function correctly. There is no power detected at any of the test points. The voltage is fluctuating at this testing point. This could be due to a number of factors, such as a loose connection or a faulty component. The source of these voltages is located here. Yes, the same here. I need to verify the switching of this inductor. Despite the clock changing, there are still fluctuations here. Shall we inspect the gates of the FETs? No sign. The voltage reading here is 12 volt, which appears to be normal. It appears that the switching source of this FET is PWM chip, and it seems like the switching source for these FET is not working properly. Can we find the faulty PWM chip? Perhaps I have chosen the wrong component. It is located directly below this FET. The outputs are fluctuating rather than a stable switching clock signal. Interesting. Is the trace from the CPU active? No, it is not. A pulse width modulation PWM chip, also referred to as a PWM controller or PWM generator. It works by controlling the duration of on and off cycle of the power signal, which effectively alter the average power delivered to the load. A faulty PWM chip might have disrupted the proper power delivery to the certain components, leading to operation issue within the console. This implies that the CPU would be without power. Yes, there is no power like 1 volt. The clock generator is not working as well. The crucial components are not receiving any power. I am confident that this is the primary cause. It's time to replace this culprit. Apply flux around the solder joints of the PWM chip to ease the desoldering process. I can replace the PWM chip using a chip from another board. Gently heat the solder joints with the heat gun to separate them. Carefully remove the old PWM chip from the motherboard. Double check your soldering to ensure all connections are secure. I need to complete another task on this specific motherboard. I need to connect all these filters with jumpers. Yes, I have completed all of the jumpers as some of them were weak. Let's check it now. Congratulations, I have successfully repaired your PS3 that was dead due to a PWM chip issue. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more gaming tips and tech tutorials. Replacing the defective chip would have rectified this issue and restored proper power regulations, allowing the console to function as intended.